And Ron, we're back with our last question from a member. An ESS question for you. As a managing director, will I be doing contracts for large industries for LWI, or will I only provide the lead of those industries to LWI and I am only providing BOAA, Business Owner Agreement Account, and EAA, Employee Agreement Account, to the employees?
It's a good question, and the implementation of Love One Industries, um, there's certain things that are going to happen with the ESS program, um, so that it can be run effectively. If you're selling, if you're buying all of the that the farmers are producing, if you're buying all the cars that Ford makes or any other company, if you're doing that, you're a fairly sophisticated person, having to establish a structure that you can um, create contracts. You have to have, in other words, this is a little bit beyond the CACs and the business owner account agreements or agreement accounts, and the EAA employee agreement accounts for the employees of the BO of the business office or business, the boss of the business office. So there'll be a distinguishing line. What is a distinguishment between the CAC and the agreements for the BOAA and EAA compared to uh, the Love One Industries agreements? Will they be contracts or whatever it will be? Um, there's some demarcation lines there that will be established, but not all of our managing directors have any interest in doing any of those things. A lot of them do, and yet there'll be plenty that will, and plenty that will do the work. Uh, but most of our people have their own passion in their um, projects that, excuse me, that they want to do, and that's appropriate because you do something in your passion and it's going to work. It's you bring to it with the love and everything that's necessary for that to be very, very successful. So our humanitarians will get to go where they want to go. Our managing directors will get to do what they want to do. Um, People said, "Well, what if I don't want a managing director? What if I don't want to do the private home funding?" And I said, "Well, you're going to have a real hard time with that because it will be a button in the beneficiary office where they can buy a house." So the question is, do you want to be a part of Love One Society or not? Well, what if I don't want to do CACs? The same thing. You're going to have to. What are you going to do with your money? And they're thinking, well, I don't want to really do anything. I just want to have the money. Well, that's not the way this works. Humanitarians have a reason for getting the funds, and that reason has been vetted by the alliance and called us humanitarians. We're the only ones who are going to get the funds. And if you're not a member of Love One Society, you're not going to get humanitarian redemption funds from the alliance. Now, I'm not saying that because I want to uplift Love One Society. I'm just saying it's their program for us humanitarians to use to distribute the funds to the world. Why? It's nothing that a managing director would need to even get involved with. You just have the money available for a person that's buying and a person that's selling. All the documentations will be in their back office for the purchase and the sale of property. It's all in the back office. And once the documents are all legitimized and signed and everything, you'll have a copy in your history in your beneficiary back office. And also, both the buyer and the seller, and then the Loved One Society has proof of who bought what from whom, and the documents are there as well. And so nobody's going to come and try and take your property away by saying, well, assuming that you don't have the right title, because it comes from God Himself. So we're on solid grounds for a reason. And the Alliance has done it this way. This is the plan. This is the way it's supposed to work. Not everybody will get funds, but all humanitarians will have opportunities to serve by becoming directors or participation in the CACs and do whatever. Everybody will have a niche that is unique to what they want to do. And there's only so many people to get the money, but how do we get it out into the hands of other people if we don't use other humanitarians and good people? The point is that the good people will come through the light wave, and that cleans out all of the bad stuff. How it's going to happen, it'll happen without us having to do anything about it. Well, I hope that helps everybody. Thank you for the participation. There's some really good questions here, so I hope you get a chance to watch all of them or get the answers to all of them. Sending blessings of love to our Loved One Society family, and blessings to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. And once again, we want to thank you for your time and energy and connection to spirit. It's all so lovely. And we'll meet back here next week for more questions for the LWS family. And thank you for Dom and Mr. Mouse and attending and being part of this whole recording. So blessings and thank you for joining us tonight.